gentlemen and beautiful ladies, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'm gonna teach you today on my disco or discada or my cowboy walk how to make stinky pork bean. Yeah, stinky pork bean. It sounds nasty, but you know what? It's an old Irish recipe, so you're gonna really like it. It is Chinese food, stir fry. Yeah, 1,000-year-old recipe. This recipe's been around as long as the internet. Sure has. Let me show you what you're gonna need. It's so easy. Anybody can do it. Okay, first thing you need is green beans. Fresh green beans. Take off the ends. Don't chop them up into little pieces. You want them nice and long like that. You need a couple of onions. Right there. Bunch of garlic. You can't go wrong with garlic. Just keep adding it. And if you think you don't have enough, get more. Okay, ginger, mushrooms, pork. Yes, that's pork, basically pork chops. I'm just going to slice those real thin, you know. And then we're just going to use the kikkoman. Yeah, soy sauce. If you don't have the sweet soy glaze, you can use oyster sauce. You can use any other type of basic soy sauce, okay? But you can just use soy sauce alone. Not a problem. That's all you need right there. And you need a disc and you need some fire. And this thing, it only takes a couple of minutes to make, and you just serve it over rice. Which reminds me, I need to make some. Anyway, if you just saw my other video, the Chinese pork bang bang, you might understand, you know, I am the deep fried king, and that's this channel, but maybe I'm the stir fry king now. Not real sure. But either way, we're going to add a little olive oil to the disco, and then throw these vegetables in there, and boom. Instant meal, and it's always good. Okay guys, if you eat a lot of rice, buy a rice cooker. Makes a world of difference, makes life just so much easier. And I'm using jasmine rice. I don't do the Walmart thing. I go over to the Asian Mart. Luckily I got a whole bunch of them around my house, and that's the only way to go. It's rice out of Thailand, and man, it's just awesome. Anyway, that's the deal. Stuff's ready to go. We're gonna go throw it on the disco here in a minute. I like leaving my mushrooms big so that they're substantial, but that's just me. Ginger root right here. I'm gonna peel that skin off. Of course, your onions, you might want to cut them up any way you want, but I prefer this cut when I cut them, because of course they come out, you know, little sections at a time. Works out real well. You can cut them like this, and then it doesn't matter. Do one of them numbers and they come out square. It's just whatever you prefer. Big, little, whatever. Now the garlic's always fun. Okay? Of course I'm gonna crush and dice that up because I want that flavor everywhere. That's going in very first with some oil. I want that garlic all over this dish. I want it strong. And you can use that minced garlic that's already they sell at the store in the jar too. There's no problem with that. That's ginger. This is awesome stuff. I love it. If you don't like it, don't put it in. Thin little strips, the whole thing. And then we're going to marinate it in that. If you leave your pork chops a little cold, it's easier to cut. Mine have warmed up, but that's just the way it is. Just buy the cheapest pork you can. I buy pork loins and then I cut them into my own pork chops. So that's usually what I have, and they're pretty lean. Like that. I'm going to cut these two, shove them in there, but while I do that, I'll give it a little something. And we'll add some of this too. Sweet soy glaze, or you can get thick soy sauce, whatever. Hell, you can even use teriyaki sauce if you want. Thinner you cut it, the more tender it's going to be. Plus you can use less meat. I'm not going to do much talking outside, but basically I'm going to add oil. I'm going to throw the meat and the garlic in together. Stinky pork. Alright, going to stir fry that pork. Depends on how hot my disco gets. If it gets up to, you know, if it's going to be super hot, usually it's 1 to 2 minutes, that meat's done. Then I add all the vegetables. We're going to stir fry that probably for another 3 to 4 minutes. And then everything comes off and goes into a bowl and dump on rice. That's it, that quick. Just depends on how hot you get it. A lot of times I don't go super hot like normal when I'm videotaping, because I got to stop and start the camera and all that garbage. So anyway, hit like, subscribe. I might even put some funky music on there for you. Well guys, that's stinky pork bean, and that's how you stir fry it on your disco. Anyway, hit like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching. And there's plenty of juice after you put it in a bowl. There's going to be plenty of juice in the bottom to pour over your rice. Cut your pork real small, it'll be super tender. And the reason I leave these big, because I like them crunchy. Right there. Appreciate you watching. Time for lunch.